Vast tracts of low-lying mangrove area in and around Panjim city are being filled up in what appears to be an attempt by land sharks to reclaim land which can spell doom to the environment. Environmentalists have given a clarion call to save these mangrove areas situated on both sides of National Highway 17 and National Highway 4A.
Sounding a warning, environmentalists and social activists led by historian Prajal Sakardande and member of Villagers Action Group of Goa, John Philip Pereira, who conducted an inspection of the mangrove sites on Wednesday, confirmed to Goa 365 that the dense mangrove cover just off the Ribandar Panjim Circle, Panjim Margao National Highway, between Hira Petrol Pump towards the Panjim side and Old Goa Bypass Circle, close to Mercedes, is in danger of being wiped off as land filling is going on a huge tract of land and the authorities have turned a blind eye. When Goa 365 visited one of the locations with members of village groups of Goa, it was observed that in an area measuring approximately 15,000 square meters on the left side of the National Highway on the way to Margao, between Hira Petrol Pump and Old Goa Bypass Circle, commercial activities like scrapyard, bus shelter, godowns, etc., some of which had three-phase power connections. Speaking to Goa 365, a member of the Villagers Group of Goa stated that the mangroves were being cut and low-lying lands being filled up to make room for commercial buildings.
There are mangroves being cut and low-lying land is being filled. Commercial buildings are coming up in this area outside the entrance of Panjim. And electricity connection has been given to these rooms which are being commercially used. One such example is one godown which has been used by Pepsi in this mangrove area. It is totally illegal. In fact, we are fighting this for a very long time. We have asked for a flying squad precisely for this reason, to avoid cutting of mangroves. But there is no response from the flying squad. Like when we called the flying squad, we had given him an advance notice on the 9th of September that on 14th of September there will be a site inspection. And when we contacted him on the morning, Mr. Ferrao, Deputy Collector, who is in charge of the North Goa Flying Squad, when we contacted him, he says, I don't have time. And he says, I have not received your letter. And further he goes and says, you do whatever you want. That's the attitude of the government and the concern of this Mr. Ferrao.
He said whatever.
Yes, very much.
He further stated that it appeared that the state government was hand in glove with developers, and one example was an electric connection given to a premises which had come up in a low-lying area. He therefore demanded the government to file an FIR against those who had committed such illegal acts.
The government has to be hand in gloves in these issues. Otherwise, how is that electrical connection is being given to these premises or the constructions? The government is least bothered about what is happening in Goa. Mangroves being filled is a crime. That is why what we are demanding is that an FIR has to be filed, and these people who have done illegally, they should be arrested and put up in the lockup according to the laws of the land. We are immediately demanding that the flying squad should inspect this place, inform the TCP, and an FIR should be filed against the concerned persons who have filled the low-lying land. One. Secondly, the Panchayat of Mercedes should act, because part of the land comes, mangroves come in the Panchayat of Mercedes area. They should act and inform the concerned authorities and demolish the illegal constructions that have come into the mangroves. The option left to us, to Aam Aadmi, is to go to court, and that will be the final. Before that, we are thinking of writing to the Environment Ministry in Delhi and informing the concerned authorities here to see what they can do for us.
Further, just off the road leading to Hira Petrol Pump from Divja Circle, one can see many discarded tires in the mangroves. A part of this outer road connecting NH17 leading to Margao is fenced off. Close to where the tires were discarded, construction debris is being dumped in truckloads. If one stands on this road and takes a look, as far as the eye can see, a pathway is taking shape right through the dense mangrove area. Activists contend that this road is being built to facilitate construction projects in future. Also, an illegal road is being constructed near the Ribandar junction by destroying the mangroves, where around 2 or 3 huts are being put up inside the mangroves area. Member of Goa Heritage Action Group Prajal Sakardande informed the mangroves were the green lungs of the city, and if such things like landfilling and destroying mangroves continued, the whole of Goa would look like a desert. Member of Goa Heritage Action Group Prajal Sakardande informed that the mangroves were the green lungs of the city, and if such things like landfilling and destroying mangroves continued, the whole of Goa would look like a desert.
These mangroves are the green lungs of the city. In fact, they are at the entrance to Panjim, and the whole thing is green cover. We found that there is some hutment here, illegal constructions are going, the land is being filled, and the entire mangroves cover on the other side is being cut. So we will lose this green natural heritage of Goa, and we have been asked to do the listing of all these, and this also covers the natural heritage. If we keep on losing this natural heritage, then the whole of Panjim would look like a desert. In fact, the whole of Goa would look like a desert. So we are trying to save this as much as we can, and we need to halt this cutting of the mangroves because it is eco-sensitive zone. Plus, the mangroves acts as a bulwark of defense in case of a tsunami and all. In case of there is inundation and all, the mangrove acts as a buffer. Okay. Plus, there are a lot of ecological activities that take place below the mangroves. So this is a natural heritage site, and we need to save this heritage site from destruction.
Prajal also stated that Goa was headed for destruction as no one cared for anyone. Therefore, it was the people to act against those who were committing such crimes.
If this continues, now this is quite blatant because wherever you see, everywhere you find there's a green hill and suddenly you will find a brown patch over there. So which means the government is not looking. This flying squad I think is a total farce because where are they flying? They are not flying. In fact, we are flying from one place to another. Okay, so these squads and all this is just a farce. So when we call them, they don't come. Okay, and everywhere we find that there is a complete destruction, and if we don't wake up, there are certain conscious citizens who have woken up, but if the government doesn't wake up, the whole of Goa will be destroyed. And it is for the people to decide now. People are just passing by in the cars and all, they see the things and all, they just feel, what is this fun going on and all. But we are moving from place to place trying to convince, to stop this destruction, wanton destruction. But unless the people wake up, the people also should come out. The people should come out in large number. People say that, okay, hill cutting is going on, there hill cutting is going on. So सगळ्याकडे hill cutting there's a poetat. पण ते उगी राहतात. They don't act. They don't want to act because so the lethargy of the people is also responsible for this. Because the government, we find it's completely, what should I say? They just don't care for this. And everywhere the greenery of Goa is getting destroyed, and this is a very serious thing. The natural heritage which is there.
Meanwhile, giving his reactions over the issue of land filling, opposition leader Manohar Parrikar stated that he would take up the matter with the government.
No, this is land filling or not, I have not expected it. Is land filling? Land filling going on? I'll take up the action on that. Government authority is sleeping in everything. Government is sleeping. Obviously the government, it has to take the person and put him in the jail. It is that simple. Arrest the person and put him in the jail if he does illegality like this.
How would you take up this matter now, sir?
I will immediately talk with the concerned authorities because it doesn't, they hide it behind trees and all that. So it is not obvious. Whatever was obvious, that is my complaint to them. The written complaint, a query was raised in the assembly also. So in spite of that, it is happening. That means the government is hand in glove. I will speak with them today.